All right, guys. Hope you're fantastic. It's August 5th. Tigers are 53 and 50, 60. 53 and 60, I believe. Let me confirm. I should have confirmed before I came on here. 53 and 60 through 113 games. So, not ideal, but they have played pretty good baseball up until about these last 9 games where they're 2-7 in the last nine. That was a homestand. You go 2-7 on the homestand against Minnesota, Cleveland, and Kansas City. Tough homestand for sure, but 2-7 is unacceptable. You kind of had a feeling this was starting to slide a little bit. The pitching's not healthy. You have two healthy starters right now, in Skubal, who's the Cy Young candidate, and Montero, who's probably not a major league starter every day right now, but he is forced into action because we don't have any healthy starters. Reese Olson's hurt, Casey Mize is hurt, Flattery was traded to the Dodgers. We just don't have any starters right now. I will say we've had a bullpen day pretty consistently the last 6 weeks, 3 or 4 times a week. And it's worked out well for the most part. I mean, the offense has hit a wall here. You're missing Green, Carpenter. You're missing some guys that are huge in this lineup. Torx in Toledo, I think you got to bring him up and have a serious decision to make here. Hopefully tomorrow on this West Coast trip, you decide to bring Torque back up. I know Belay Madrid has been playing okay, but Torque's killing the ball down in Toledo right now for about the last 4 or 5 weeks. I think it's his turn to get a shot, see what you have with him the rest of the year. We'll see. Will they do that? Probably not, because every time I want something or think something needs to be done, it doesn't happen as fast as you think it would. Scott Harris and AJ Hinch don't like to pick up the phone, I guess, and call Toledo and say, hey, bring up Torque. But I'd like to also see Jace Young at some point this year. Torque, Green, Carpenter back in this lineup. See what you got with all those guys. Those are your future for sure. Navigado and maybe Trey Sweeney as well, who just got from the Dodgers in the Flattery trade. He's played pretty well his first week in Toledo. You're kind of stuck in the mud right now. You're about 10.5 games out of a playoff spot in the wild card. You've lost some ground for sure the last 9 days. When you go 2-7, you're gonna be behind the 8 ball. You're kind of like in the middle of nowhere where you kind of need to bring up some young guys to see what you got for the future. You're not going anywhere this year, which sucks, but see some fun baseball down the stretch. And if you get back in the race, great. If not, at least see what you have for next year, pieces wise, pitching and bullpen and hitting wise, offensively. So, I mean, free agency next year is going to be key for this team. If you look at the Royals, who lost 106 games last year in the wild card spot right now, free agency has been their best friend. And we didn't do much in free agency, so Canna, Urshela are two of the main guys we signed. Canna's gone, was traded to the Giants for AA reliever. Gio's got an OPS under 600 and batting 8th or 9th in this lineup. He's getting singles, and he's probably got about 260, 250 average, but it's just not enough. And JD Martinez really helping over there in New York Mets, who I wanted, but I digress. So going forward, I'd like to see the young guys come up, see what we got talent-wise. Another year, we're going to miss the playoffs. Frustrating for sure. It's just with this extended wild card, it's not as difficult anymore, and you're just stuck in the mud right now. You're 53 and 60 through 113, so you have what? 49 games left. I believe you have about 49 games left if I'm doing the math correct. And see what you have in those 49 games with your young players, pitching-wise, whoever's healthy. Hopefully you can get Mize back to get a couple starts before the end of the year. Same with Olson. Get them back here in the rotation. That'd be huge. But see what you have in your young players. See what you can have going into next year and see what you need to do in free agency to help this team compete for a playoff spot next year. Whether it's division or wild card, you need to be in that race all year next year, whatever one it is. This division's very good. Cleveland has the best record in baseball right now, winning percentage-wise. So you didn't anticipate that. Minnesota and Kansas City have been excellent, no doubt about it. You got the White Sox that don't know where they're going either. They're 60 games under. So this division is better than people thought for sure. But that's no excuse, and next year's free agency is key to see where we're going to end up. This is going to be 10 straight years you miss the playoffs now. It's time to put up or shut up. And Scott Harris, you got to make the right decision here this offseason. And Illich, you need to give them the money and resources to do so. It's a two-way street. Both these guys got to be cooperative. Greenberg as well. Let's get after it. See what the young guys have. Enjoy the rest of the season. Have some fun down the stretch. And then get back at it next year. And next year's goal is minimally make a wildcard spot in the playoffs. Minimal. Anything else is failure. And I said that this year even. I even said that this year. But you're far behind the eight ball, unfortunately. So we got to see what we can do. You guys have a great one. Enjoy this. Enjoy your week. I'll be on here next week after the West Coast trip in Seattle and San Fran the next 6 days. You guys have a great night. Enjoy your week. Thanks again.